ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखां सहगणरघुनाथं वितन्तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखां दिशां च। श्रीकृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमस्ते। सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभव एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरं। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती तं श्लोकैर्भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Mataji, do you want to recite the verses after me or repeat, or do you want to just I read? Okay, so you want silent, okay?
We can repeat after you, Mataji.
Okay, okay. So only text 38 today?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Text 38. भूलोकः कल्पिता पद्याम्,
भूलोकया कल्पिता पद्याम्,
भुवरलोकोशनाभितः,
भुवलोकोशनाभितः,
हृदा स्वर्लोका ऊरसा,
हृदा
स्वर्लोका ऊरसा, महर्लोको महात्मनः,
महर्लोको महात्मनः.
Okay. So I go word to word synonym.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Bhuhu, the lower planetary systems up to the spectrum of the earth. Lokaha, the planet. Kalpitaha, it is so imagined or said. Padhyam, out of the legs. Bhuvaha, the upper. Loka, the planetary system. Asya, of him, the Lord. Nabhitaha, from the navel abdomen. Hrida, by the heart. Swarlokaha, the planetary system occupied by the demigods. Urasa, by the chest. Maharlokaha, the planetary system occupied by the great sages and saints. Mahatmanaha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The translation: the lower planetary system up to the limit of the earthly spectrum is said to be situated in his legs. The middle planetary system, beginning from Bhuvarloka, are situated in his navel, and the still higher planetary systems occupied by the demigods and highly cultured sages and saints are situated in the chest of the Supreme Lord. Purport: there are 14 spheres of planetary systems within this universe. The lower systems are called Bhuvarloka. The middle system are called The lower systems are called Bhurloka, and the middle systems are called Bhuvarloka, and the higher planetary systems up to Brahmaloka, the highest planetary systems of the universe, are called Swarloka, and all of them are situated on the body of the Lord. In other words, no one within this universe is without a relationship with the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Indulekha Mataji, for reciting the Mangalacharan and the shloka and the translation and purport. I hand over to Arya Govind Prabhu. Arya Govind Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. I have found a lecture in the YouTube. Can you give me the host so that I can share?
See, you can share. You can share.
Okay. This is a lecture by Achyuta Gopala Das for 37 and 38. I think we can play this.
सोमज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं भूतले स्वयं रूपं ददाति स्वपदातिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Text 37. पुरुषस्य मुखं ब्रह्म क्षत्रम् एतस्य बाहवः पूर्वोर्वैश्यो भगवतः पद्भ्यां शूद्रो व्यजायत। Translation. The Brahmanas represent his mouth, the Kshatriyas his arms, the Vaishyas his thighs, and the Shudras are born of his legs. तो हमने पिछले श्लोक में देखा ब्रह्मा जी बता रहे हैं यस्येहा यवेद लोकान कल्पयन्ति मनीषिणा कत्य आदिभिर अध सप्त सत्रोदवन जगान दिवि। तो बताते हैं कि बहुत सारे ज्ञानी हैं वो भगवान के विराट रूप की कल्पना करते हैं। तो ये हमने कल चर्चा किया कि भगवान का विराट रूप एक काल्पनिक रूप है जो
I'm sorry, this is in Hindi. Is it okay for everyone?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I don't understand Hindi. I'm sorry. If somebody could do the summary, that's fine. That's okay. No need to stop it.
It's okay. Let me find something else, Mataji, because
See, I have something we can project as well.
Sure, sure.
Sorry, devotees, today we were supposed to have Radhika Kasturi Mataji, but due to some reason, she is not able to join us.
तो रूप विराट रूप के
So,
यहाँ पे
Arya Govind Prabhu and I have found a lecture for today. So mine is in English, Prabhuji, I can project that.
Okay, okay, Mataji.
If you can remove your share screen, then I can share my screen, Prabhuji. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see your
yes.
screen.
Okay. Are you able to hear?
No, Mataji, we can see only.
When you're
Are you
sharing,
able to
Mataji,
see and screen?
yeah, see, we can able to see there is one small button you have to share sound. When you are sharing, when you're about to share, you have to small tick on the corner, left corner.
Oh.
When you start sharing,
So I have shared, and now,
there's a no, before sharing,
yeah.
when you say start sharing, then it will bring a dialog box. Then at the small corner there's a share sound on your left corner. I think before, no, not that one, Mataji. Before sharing.
So I go back.
Yeah, you have to go back, Mataji.
I stop share. Okay, now where do I go?
No, share the screen.
Share screen.
Then
Now,
in that there is a dialog box. There is a share sound on the left corner before you start. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that now.
Yes. Then you can when you say share, then your video will be shared. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for teaching. Are you able to hear and see now?
Yes.
Are you able to
Yes,
hear and
yes,
see?
yes. Yes.
Oh. Thank you, Arya Govind.
Word to word meaning. Buhu. The lower planetary systems up to the stratum of the earth. Lokaha. Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Yonta pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptan Sanjeevayata kila shakti dhara swadhamna Anyam shahasta charana shravana tvagadin Pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam Katanchana smrite yasmin duskaram sukaram bhavet Vismrite viparitam sya Shri Chaitanya namamitam. Hare Krishna. We welcome all devotees and guests for our Sunday festival program and for the morning Bhagavatam class. And today we are reading from a very beautiful section, second canto, fifth chapter, the cause of all causes. And in today's purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying very emphatically that in this world, in this material world, everybody has a relationship with the Lord. There is no one who doesn't have a relationship with the Lord. This is like very, very hope-giving. And also, that means what? That means basically, it means even an insect have a relationship with the Lord. Even Brahma, we know Brahma has a relationship with the Lord, but not just Brahma, everyone. So this is like, I just want to read that sentence again. Text number 38, yeah. No one within the universe is without a relationship with the Lord. That means we all have a relationship. And this is such a beautiful topic of how we could revive our relationship, how we could experience Krishna's presence in our lives, So if we have time, we will get into that topic. But I was thinking, since today is also a very auspicious day of the disappearance day of Jagadish Pandit and Srila Jiva Goswami, let us discuss about their relationship with the Lord so that we get purified. And then if we have time, we will also understand about how we can revive our relationship with Krishna. One of the ways to revive our relationship with Krishna is to hear about the pure devotees who have a relationship with Krishna. Then we also get excited, we also get enthusiastic that I also want to revive my relationship with Krishna. So one such illustrious devotee was Srila Jagadish Pandit. Today Jagadish Pandit's disappearance day. So Jagadish Pandit in Gaur Leela, he was a very special devotee. He was an intimate associate of both Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was also in the pastimes of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Like, in like Paniyati Chidadai festival, he was there. And he also was associating with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very closely. So he's very, very special devotee. And in Krishna Leela, there are two versions. Gaur Gunadesh Deepika explains, Kavi Karnapur explains that he was one of the Nagapatnis who were very, very dear to Krishna. They offered beautiful prayers. They were pure devotees of Krishna. Also, another place it is mentioned, his name is in the Krishna Leela, Chandrahasa, who was one of the Brahmana Patnis who offered food to Krishna when Krishna was hungry. And the Brahmanas said they neglected the boys. They didn't give prasad to Krishna. They didn't give food to Krishna. For that time, the Brahmana wives, they ran to Krishna. Chaturvida Bauganam Annam Adaya Bhajanai. So they ran with food for Krishna. And one of them was Jagadish Pandit. And the other second was other lady, one of the other women who also was running was Hiranya Pandit. They came as brothers. And they were very close to Jagannath Mishra, father of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Lord Chaitanya was a small baby, he would always cry. He would perform this pastime of crying. And people would try to pacify him, but baby Nimai would never stop crying. The only time he would stop crying was when everyone came together and did kirtan and chanted Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So then this became a regular pastime. Lord Chaitanya would cry, and devotees would come and they would chant Hare Krishna, and Nimai would stop crying. But one day something interesting happened. Lord Chaitanya was crying, and the ladies from the neighborhood, everybody thought, oh, he wants us to chant Hare Krishna. So they chanted Hare Krishna, but Nimai didn't stop crying. He started crying more. So they were bewildered. They chanted more, and Nimai was crying more. So finally, Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Devi, they said, oh, Nimai, why are you crying so much? Tell us, why are you crying? We are chanting Hare Krishna for your happiness. Still you are crying. What do you want? That time, Lord Chaitanya, baby Nimai said, nearby, Jagadish Pandit has cooked a special feast for Lord Krishna. I want to eat that feast. Everyone was shocked because it was Ekadashi that day. And secondly, Jagadish Pandit was staying a little far from Lord Chaitanya.
Hey, business owner, stop presenting from your head. If you're in your head, you're dead.
Chaitanya's house. And thirdly, how does this baby Nimai know that there is a feast there? So then Jagannath Mishra went to Jagadish Pandit's house and he was surprised. Jagadish Pandit had actually indeed cooked a big feast for his Krishna deity. So then he was surprised, he was happy, and then he happily gave that prasad, and then Nimai ate that prasad and was completely satisfied. So this is continuation of the pastime of Krishna Leela, where the Brahmana Patnis offered beautiful prasad for Krishna. So like this, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reciprocated with Jagadish Pandit. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also instructed him to go to Jagannath Puri before he took sannyas. And also Mahaprabhu instructed him to preach. So he was a recipient of personal instructions of Lord Chaitanya. In fact, once when he was leaving Jagannath Puri, he was feeling so much separation from Lord Jagannath that I'm going away from Puri and I'm going to miss Jagannath. He was crying intensely. So it's a very, very unique pastime. So at one particular place, when he took rest, Jagannath appeared in his dream, a vision Jagannath gave, saying that you are missing me so much, so go back to Jagannath Puri and meet the head pujari there of the Jagannath temple. I have already instructed him what to do. So what had Jagannath done? He had told the head pujari of Jagannath temple, he had come in his dream and said, there is Navakalevaram, every 12 years Jagannath's deity gets changed. So the Lord Jagannath had told this chief priest that my old deity form, from which you now transfer me to this new deity, so that deity you give to Jagadish Pandit. So that was a very, very special pastime. So then when he went there, he got this huge deity of Jagannath, and he had to get 2 other Brahmanas, and they all were carrying this deity to his village where he worshipped Jagannath for many, many years. The place called Chakada. That is a place where Bhagirath Rishi, he had buried his chariot wheel when he brought Ganga down to earth. So Chakradaha it was, then it became Chakada. Also the place where Balramji killed, Pradyumna killed Sambara Rakshas, Asura. So there he made a beautiful temple of Jagannath. Even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there to take darshan of Jagannath. And Mahaprabhu danced, chanted. And when Mahaprabhu was leaving, Jagadish Pandit and his good wife Dukini Mataji, they were very sad, they were crying. And then Lord Chaitanya gave them Gaur Gopal deity, which they worshipped for many years. And then Jagadish Pandit's son, Rambhadra Goswami, also went on to become a very legendary Vaishnava. So today is his disappearance day. Jagadish Pandit Vaishnav Thakur ki jai. Today is also the disappearance day of one of the principal 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Srila Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is very, very special. Srila Prabhupada said Gaudiya Vaishnavism is the highest philosophy and Jiva Goswami is the greatest philosopher. And the best part of Jiva Goswami is not only the greatest philosopher, but greatest devotee also. And wonderful service mood, attitude. So we'll briefly discuss his pastimes also, and then we'll enter the purport. So Jiva Goswami, okay, he himself in his, I think, one place he gives the genealogy table of his family. It's an amazing, interesting, fascinating story of his family. So Jiva Goswami is one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, principal 6 Goswamis. They are by birth, they are from the very, very reputed, famous Gauda Saraswat Brahmin family from Karnataka, GSB community, a very, very pious, devotional family. And the history goes back to, I think, 13th century. So there was a king in Karnataka called Sarvagya Jagadguru. So he was a Brahmana king. And he was very well versed in Vedas and great scholar, great devotee of Krishna. And he ruled the entire state of Karnataka. And his son Aniruddha Deva was also equally charismatic, popular, powerful. And Aniruddha Deva, it is said that he had the spirit of Indra and the fame of Chandra. Very, very powerful ruler. And he ruled for many, many years. And he had 2 very special sons, Rupeshwar and Harihar. So Rupeshwar was absorbed in scriptures and devotional mode, and Harihar became expert in military warfare and martial arts and all that science of governance. So over a period of time, although Harihar was younger, he became the ruler. And Rupeshwar, with his wife and family, they left Karnataka and they settled in Orissa, Bengal area. That's how the family moved from Karnataka. And then Rupeshwar he had many children, and one of them was Padmanabha Dev. Padmanabha Dev is said to be a very great devotee of Lord Jagannath. And he performed many yajnas and many worship of Jagannath, and Jagannath blessed him with how many children? 18 daughters and 5 sons. And the youngest son was Mukunda Dev. Mukunda Dev also was an exemplary Vaishnava. He had several children. And Mukunda Dev's youngest son was Kumara Dev. And Kumara Dev left Bengal and he went to modern day Bangladesh, Fatihabad, where there were many Vaishnavas because he had some, I think, financial challenges at that time. And there in Fatehbad, he married a very chaste devotional Vaishnavi, Revati Devi. And Kumaradeva and Revati Devi had 3 special sons, Amar, Santosh, and Sri Vallabh. So Amar went on to become Rupa Goswami, Amar is Sanatana Goswami, Santosh is Srila Rupa Goswami, and Sri Vallabh is Anupama. And Anupama's son is Jiva Goswami. This is the genealogical table. So you can imagine what a illustrious family. So of the 6 Goswamis, Rupa and Sanatan are the principal Goswamis, and Jiva Goswami is their nephew. You got the whole table? So they are our most worshipable heroes. Actually, there is one place where Srila Prabhupada says, without the blessings of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, you see their deity is also kept in the altar. Without their blessings, when we pray or when we do devotional activities, our devotional activities is like a person lost in the desert and crying loudly. If somebody is shouting and screaming loudly in desert and there is nobody around, what help we will get? So without the blessings of 6 Goswamis, our devotional activities is useless. We need their blessings. So Jiva Goswami is a nephew of Rupa and Sanatana. And how he met or he saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's principal associates. So there's a very beautiful pastime. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already taken sannyas, and Amar and Santosh, they were so talented, so brilliant, that Nawab Hussain Shah, who was the emperor of Bengal. Now Bengal at that time was covering a lot of northeastern states also. It was basically bigger than 3 or 4 European countries put together in modern time. Very huge country. Nawab Hussain Shah was the principal emperor. And he had a prime minister and finance minister. And that was Amar and Santosh. And he was so pleased with both of their talent. And they didn't want to serve him. They didn't want to serve Nawab Hussain Shah. But he started persecuting the Hindus. And then to protect the Hindu community, because he wanted both of them. Because he knew that they are very talented, very intelligent, very sharp. So he told them, if you don't join me, I will continue my persecution to the Hindus. So then to protect the Hindu community, they joined, both of them. And they were so good that Nawab Hussain Shah completely trusted them, both of them. In fact, he awarded them title. He gave them Dabir Khas and Sakhar Malik. It's a very prestigious title during those days. Nowadays, you may not understand the importance of that. Like nowadays, we have is Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, we say. If before a name, if you say Bharat Ratna, oh, he's got such a big title. Similarly, at that time, Dabir Khas and Sakhar Malik was a very big, prestigious title given to Amar and Santosh. And they were great devotees of Lord Chaitanya. And of course, even Sri Vallabh was with them in the government service. So 3 of them were serving. So they wanted to meet Lord Chaitanya. And they were writing constantly letters. In fact, what an amazing family. Their parents were also praying, "Oh Krishna, please release our children from this government service." Anybody would be happy, if their children are prime minister, finance minister. But they didn't want their children to serve this Yavana king who was not a good king. So they were also praying. So even both of them, they wrote letters. Sri Vallabh was there with them. 3 of them we are taking them together. But generally, the pastimes are described as Rup Sanatan's pastimes. But Sri Vallabh was there. And Jiva Goswami is his son. So Rup Sanatan or Amar and Santosh, they kept writing letters to Lord Chaitanya. "Oh Mahaprabhu, please give us shelter. We want to be released from this bondage of government service. We want to serve you." And what was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's response? He would not reply only to the letter. And they kept writing. And finally, one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote a very mysterious letter. 1 line. Only 1 line reply. What did Mahaprabhu write? "When a girl is attached to a man other than her husband, she will serve her husband even more carefully so that he doesn't suspect her."
This is what happens when your kids get to the HelloFresh box before you do.
Bas itna hi likha. And both of them read that and they understood what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. They understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, continue to serve Nawab Hussain Shah quietly till the right time comes. Basically, समझने वाले को इशारा काफी है, समझ, indirect communication. So Mahaprabhu wrote that cryptic letter and they continued the service. And Mahaprabhu was going from, Jagannath Puri to, I think, he was going to Vrindavan. Now it is interesting, when he was going to Vrindavan, suddenly he took a detour. For no logical explanation, he went to Ramkeli, the capital of Nawab Hussain Shah, where Amar and Santosh were staying. Now everybody was like, whoever was a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they're wondering why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going that side. They didn't know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going there because he wanted to meet these three special personalities. So when he came there at Ramkeli, Amar, Santosh and Sri Vallabh, they met Lord Chaitanya. But they were so humble, they didn't meet directly Lord Chaitanya. They went first to Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, servant of servant. They went like that. And then they got audience of Lord Chaitanya. And they presented themselves as very, very fallen, very insignificant. They begged for mercy. Please give us blessings. Please accept us. That was the first time they met. And there Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said something very beautiful. There's a series of verses where Lord Chaitanya, Shuni Mahaprabhu kahe, Shuno Dabir khas, Tumi dui bhai mora Puratan das. Oh, Dabir ka, Sakar Malik, get up, listen to me. You are my very, very old servants. Today I give you initiation. And what initiation names he gave? Aji hoite duar naam Roop Sanatan, Dainya chada tomar Dainya phate mora man. He is telling them that from today onwards, your name will be Roop Goswami, Rupa and Sanatan. And Dainya chad, because they were very humble. See, when we take initiation, the Guru looks straight into our eyes. Those of you who have taken initiation, we tremble in front of Guru. And the Guru wants to see whether I will be humble. So we say, after our vows, we say, and I aspire to be humbly serving the servant of servants. ऐसा करके हम बोलते हैं. I want to really be humble and servant. Then the Guru is happy. Okay, you want to be humble. You are humble. That humility Guru is saying. But this is, I think, the only initiation and the first and the last initiation in our parampara, where the person giving shelter initiation, Lord Chaitanya is telling Rup Sanatan, Dainya chad, give up your humility. Because your humility is breaking my heart. You are so humble. So you can imagine, Sanatana Goswami is also said to be exemplifying humility. So, and then Mahaprabhu glorified them. And then there are verses which says how everybody, Dui Janer Prabhur Kripa Deki Bhakta Gane, Hari Hari Bole Sab Anandita Mane. Everybody, all the other devotees, they did not feel insecure. Arey, ye to new bhakta hai, abbe bhi aaye. And Mahaprabhu is glorifying them so much. Mahaprabhu is embracing them. No, the other devotees were also very happy to see these two new people who have just come. They are getting so much mercy of. And now Rup Sanatan did not think, see, we are so special. We got such intimate association of Lord Chaitanya. No, they Sabara charane dari pade dui bhai saba bole danya tumi paile gosai. They fell at the feet of all the Vaishnavas, saying that no, don't glorify us. We are actually very, very fallen. We want your mercy also. So like that, this is a beautiful Vaishnava culture we get to see in this pastime. So like this, they met. So when they were meeting, Sri Vallabha, Mahaprabhu gave him the name Anupam. So he was known as Anupam, Rupa and Sanatan. The three of them, when they were meeting Lord Chaitanya, there was a small boy who was watching this entire meeting. And that small boy was son of Anupam. He was Sri Jiva. And when he saw Lord Chaitanya and the exchanges of his uncles and his father, his heart was completely captivated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he decided there and then that I will dedicate my life to serving Lord Chaitanya. So then Mahaprabhu instructed Rup Sanatan to be in Vrindavan and excavate the holy places, write scriptures. So Rup Sanatan were serving there. And once Rupa Goswami was coming to Jagannath Puri with Anupam, and on the way, Anupama, the verse says, Ganga Prapti Hoila, he left his body. Anupam went back to the spiritual world. So this news shattered Sri Jiva. He was so attached to his father, who was a wonderful Vaishnava, and he was absorbed in Krishna because of his father. So then Sri Jiva decided that I will dedicate my life completely to serve and assist my uncles, Rupa and Sanatan, who are in Vrindavan. And from then on, normally children play with toys, they play different sports. But Jiva was totally attached to worshipping Krishna Balram deities. See, he saw Gauranga, Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu at Ramkeli as a small boy. And who is Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda? They're Krishna Balram. So his heart was captivated by Krishna Balram. So he used to worship these deities. He had Krishna Balram dolls as a young boy. He would worship them, bathe them, feed them, dress them. And so attached to Krishna Balram. And then over the years, as he was growing up, one day in the night, he had a very extraordinary vision. Krishna Balram appeared, they gave him this vision in their transcendental form. And Krishna Balram transformed into Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda in his dream. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered him in the dream to Lord Nityananda, and Lord Nityananda told him that make Lord Chaitanya as your life and soul. Then he woke up with a start and he was profusely crying. And that's when this desire became intense in his heart to run to Vrindavan and serve his uncles, Rupa and Sanatan. So as he was leaving for Vrindavan, he suddenly got an inspiration and a desire to go to Navadvip first. Because in Mayapur, Mahaprabhu had performed his pastime. So he came to Sridham Mayapur, and when he came, he inquired about Srivas Thakur's house, and he came to Srivas Thakur's house where Lord Nityananda was also staying. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already left the world. So Nityananda Prabhu and Jiva Goswami's second meeting, actually, technically, they met there at Srivas Thakur's house, and Lord Nityananda profusely blessed Jiva Goswami and told him that Lord Chaitanya has given Vrindavan as, as a inheritance to your uncles. So you go there and assist them. But before you go to Vrindavan, so what Lord Nityananda did, Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Navadvip Dhammaatma explains in great detail that Lord Nityananda took Jiva Goswami to all the holy 9 islands of Navadvip, and he did all parikrama of Navadvip Mandal. That was a very beautiful pastime and descriptions given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And after that, and Lord Nityananda also took Jiva Goswami to the house of Sachi Mata, where Vishnu Priya was also there. And Vamsivadan was there, who was assisting and serving Sachi Mata and Vishnu Priya. So they prepared nice prasadam for Jiva Goswami. And Jiva, after this amazing, spiritually uplifting Sangha, he went to Vrindavan. And when he came to Vrindavan, there was a very joyous welcome. All the Goswamis were waiting for him there. And he surrendered to Srila Sanatan Goswami because Sanatan Goswami was the senior most. And Sanatan Goswami, out of his humility, he told Jiva, no, I cannot give you shelter and initiation. You take shelter of Rupa Goswami, his younger brother. And Jiva Goswami took shelter of Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami, what did he do? He engaged Jiva Goswami in menial service. Very important point. Before coming to Vrindavan, Lord Nityananda told Jiva Goswami that you first go to Banaras, Varanasi. And from Madhusudan Vachaspati, who was a disciple of Saram Bhattacharya, who was a very intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu told him that you learn grammar, Sanskrit, everything deeply from Madhusudan Vachaspati, who was also a great devotee. From there, you go to Vrindavan. So when he came as a 19-year-old, 20-year-old boy, that he just completed his teens, Jiva Goswami. So when he came to Vrindavan, there was this amazing welcome, and then now he was greatest scholar, because in Varanasi, Jiva Goswami's fame had spread everywhere. He was considered as the greatest scholar. But when he's in Vrindavan, with Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami and the other Goswamis, he is rendering menial service in the mood of servant of servant. So he would make, like Srila Rupa Goswami was worshipping Radha Govind deity. So Rupa Goswami is also writing a lot of scriptures. So during those times to write, they had to write on palm leaves. So those palm leaves had to be, prepared in a certain way. They had to be dried. So Jiva Goswami would do all that menial seva. He would clean the deity worship paraphernalia for Rupa Goswami. He would make garlands. He would be cooking. And this is how he attracted lot of blessings and mercy of Rupa and Sanatan. This menial service. Actually, if you see, our entire process of Gaudiya Vaishnavism is, we may learn scriptures very deeply, but the mood is to serve. That is why if you see last Sunday, we had an amazing, Saturday we had Pushabhishek. Sunday morning, Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was giving, here only he was giving class. And he began the class, in the middle of the class and end of the class. The whole class was in this mood of servant. He said, last night we had such a big festival. Everybody enjoyed flower petals, showering and dancing, kirtan, Pushabhishek. But do you see even one single flower petal now? He was asking. The chandeliers, can you see? Because there are some devotees who were doing such amazing seva. Immediately after the festival, they were absorbed in seva, cleaning. So Maharaj noticed that. And he said a very profound statement. He said, we were seeing the deities being bathed with the flowers. And now the curtain, at that time, the curtain was closed. So Maharaj said, now the curtain is closed. So you may be thinking, now the Lord is not, we can't see the Lord. But please know, even when the altar is closed, the Lord is seeing. So after all of you went away in the night, Pushabhishek festival was over, the altar was closed, but Radha Gopinath was looking at all these devotees who were cleaning, who were removing the all the flower petals. So like that, Maharaj was appreciating so much. So Jiva Goswami is a great scholar. He knew everything. He knew the Bhagavatam very well. But he was doing this menial seva and he attracted the blessings of Rupa and Sanatana. In fact, I remember last Sunday, Maharaj was glorifying Devanand Pandit. That Devanand Pandit is a great Vaishnava. But before Mahaprabhu accepted him, there was a pastime where Devanand Pandit was also guilty of the offense that happened to Shivas Thakur. So Maharaj was saying, Devanand Pandit knew everything about Srimad Bhagavatam. And his disciples, students also knew everything about Bhagavatam except the purpose of Bhagavatam, which is to be servant of devotees. So like that, very beautifully Maharaj emphasized this mood. So this is our parampara. So Jiva Goswami is embodying this. And Rupa Goswami was so happy, pleased with the Jiva Goswami service that Rupa Goswami himself personally carved the beautiful deity of Radha Damodar. And he gifted this, he gave this as a blessing to Jiva Goswami. And then Jiva Goswami would serve Radha Damodar. And Radha Damodar and Jiva Goswami would have many pastimes. Sometimes Radha Damodar would call Jiva Goswami and say, and play flute for him. And he would hear Radha Damodar playing flute. And he would worship Radha Damodar personally. And there's an amazing pastime which we should remember on Jiva Goswami's disappearance day especially. Is one day, one very big scholar named Rupa Narayan came to Vrindavan. He was always going with this certificate. Anybody he would debate, he would defeat that person. And that person had to sign a Vijaya Patra certificate saying that I have been defeated by Rupa Narayan. So Rupa Narayan was a conquering Pandit, debater. So he came to Vrindavan and he heard that the greatest Vaishnavas, who were the greatest devotees there, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So he went to them and said, I want to have a debate. And if you defeat me, then you are the greatest scholars. And if you lose to me, then you have to sign this certificate that you have been defeated by Rupa Narayan. And what was Rupa Sanatana's response? They said, we are insignificant. What glories you heard about us is all exaggerated. We are not so, we don't know all this. You are only great. So he said, if you agree that I am great, then sign this certificate. So Rupa Sanatana had nothing. See, they didn't want any name, fame. See, nowadays what is happening now? Nowadays, we are living in 21st century where popularity and fame is the driving force. Every day we put so many photographs on Instagram or Facebook. We want likes. We are always looking at approval of the world. But when somebody is deeply connected to Krishna, for him, fame is just, it is coming and going. He doesn't take it seriously. See, I know some devotees who are very popular on social media. They have millions of followers. And when I spoke to them, they said, all of them share this. They say, Prabhuji, we are convinced that, see, every one of us, we have something unique which we can serve Krishna with. All of us have worth, right? All of us have something to serve Krishna and devotee. We all have some worth. So, social media is a platform where we share what we have, the worth that we have. But unfortunately, what is happening now, for many people, social media has become the platform to get worth. There is a very big difference between these two. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, you have something special, you have, and you are sharing that in the social media as a service. That is what all the devotees I know who are very popular on social media, they are doing. But there are many immature people, they think, oh, I should also become popular. I should also become famous. This is very dangerous because this fame is very, very, insignificant. Even if you become the most famous person, you still will be dissatisfied. That has got nothing to do with love. Being loved and being popular are two different things. So Rupa and Sanatan didn't want any fame of this world. They were happy with Krishna. So they told Rup Narayan that, we'll sign the certificate. They happily signed the certificate. What an amazing pastime. They didn't want anything. See, even if you become famous, I was recently reading something on Virat Kohli has 265 million followers. That's a big number, no? 265 million followers. And Ronaldo was asked, do you know Virat Kohli? And he said, what? What is he? He doesn't know Virat Kohli. So then he had to be told he is from India. Acha, he didn't know. Then if it is a cricket player, he didn't know. Then he was shown photograph. I know him. Because photograph is there everywhere. So then that's how he came to know. In 2014, Maria Shaparova, she was a very famous tennis player that time. She was asked, you know about Sachin Tendulkar? He is god of cricket. Bharat Ratna, the greatest celebrity sport. And she said, who is Sachin Tendulkar? She didn't know. So that time, very big trending on social media was all Indians were asking, who is Maria Shaparova? They wanted to take revenge. So they were all very upset that she doesn't know this. And I'm just trying to say that we are talking about all sports personalities only here. It's in the same field, but they don't know the people who are so popular. Let's like in India, many people may not know who is Bill Gates or who is Justin Bieber. We may not know. So the popularity and fame we are seeking is so insignificant. So Rup Sanatan wanted a deep relationship with Krishna. So they happily signed the certificate. So he was very happy. As he was going, he learned, Hare, both of them to signed easily, but I have heard that they have a nephew, Jiva Goswami, and he's very young. And he's already very popular. And he's very powerful, very big scholar. So I should defeat him also. Otherwise, he'll grow up and he'll become undefeatable afterwards. Now only I will go and catch him. So he was in the bank of Yamuna. So he went and told Jiva Goswami that, so I am Rup Narayan, I have this certificate. So if you get defeated by me, sign this certificate or debate with me. Anyway, and Jiva Goswami was also not interested in debating with him. But what did Rup Narayan say? I've anyway defeated your uncles, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. They have accepted defeat, see, they have signed here. So you can also, if you want debate, and if you lose, you also will have to sign. So Jiva Goswami was not interested only in debating. He was also absorbed in devotional service. But when he heard that he is saying he has defeated whom? Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. And he felt, he could see how arrogant this scholar was. So he said, I accept your challenge. Why did Jiva Goswami accept the challenge? To uphold the honor and dignity of his uncles. He didn't want such a puffed up, upstart scholar to demean his uncles, who are great Vaishnavas. He said they are out of humility, they did not want to debate with you. So then Jiva Goswami debated with Rup Narayan. It went on for 7 days. At the end of that 7 days, Rup Narayan was thoroughly annihilated. He was totally defeated. And humbly, he left Vrindavan, never to come again. And when Rupa Goswami came to know that his nephew Jiva Goswami had defeated Rup Narayan and humbled him and driven him out of Vrindavan, Rupa Goswami was very happy? No. He called Jiva Goswami and said, you wasted time with such scholarship, mundane scholarship, and you are proud. That's why you debated with him. And those who have pride, they have no place in Vrindavan. Rupa Goswami said, Rupa Goswami banished him out of Vrindavan, his own nephew, disciple. And he did this for 2 reasons. One is to teach us, all of us, the mood in which we should do devotional service. And secondly, to tell the world the glories of Jiva Goswami. See, we would not know Jiva Goswami's glories. When he sent Jiva Goswami away, Jiva Goswami did not think, he did not defend. मैं तो आपके लिए कर रहा था. He just accepted his fault. It's a very important difference. He did not say, I'll go and join some other spiritual organization. What is this? This is, you are not understanding me. No, he felt very sad that I am so proud. And then Ji Goswami left, he went outside Mathura. There he was doing devotional service, chanting whole day and night, doing tapasya, in repentance that he had offended his guru. That was his mood. See, that is the point I'm saying, humility. Look at the scholarship. See, either you are a great scholar or you are very humble. You have to have both. That is Jiva Goswami. Unparalleled humility and unparalleled scholarship. So then Sanatana Goswami one day called Rupa Goswami and said, Rupa Goswami, I think you are forgetting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 3 most important instructions. Everybody knows what are the 3 instructions Mahaprabhu gave? Mahaprabhu said, Vaishnav Seva means what? Service to Vaishnavas. Second, Namaruchi, chanting of the holy names. And third, Jiva Daya means compassion to living entities. So Rupa Goswami said, what are the 3? I have not forgotten the 3 instructions. So then Sanatana Goswami said, what are those 3? So then Rupa Goswami said, Vaishnav Seva, Namaruchi. Third, Jiva Daya. So when Rupa Goswami said Jiva Daya, he understood the double meaning there. Sanatana Goswami was saying, are you compassionate to Jiva, your own nephew, disciple? And then Rupa Goswami, it was an epiphany for him. He immediately got up, he went to Mathura, he picked up Jiva Goswami, embraced him and brought him back to Vrindavan, and then Jiva Goswami continued to serve. And another time, Sri Vallabhacharya, who was actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's equal and senior to Rup Sanatan, and he came to Vrindavan, and Rupa Goswami was writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, I think he was writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and he wanted some help editing. So then Vallabhacharya was a senior Vaishnava and he was reading it. So then Rupa Goswami said, can you help me edit this properly? So he said, okay, I will go through some technical corrections are there. You know, typical writing mein hota hai. So he took that, and when Vallabhacharya was going, he met Jiva Goswami. So they were talking. So then Vallabhacharya said, your uncle, Rupa Goswami has given me this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu manuscript and he has asked me to make some corrections. Technical, there are some. Actually, there is no fault in your uncle's composition. Rupa Goswami is perfect. It is just that there is a better understanding, better way of writing certain things. So this is, I'm going to do the editing. So very humbly, Jiva Goswami said, very humbly, he said, no, actually what Srila Rupa Goswami is writing is actually perfect if you see it from another way. So then he gave a other understanding. And he pointed out how the original manuscript which Rupa Goswami has composed is actually correct. So he showed him, नहीं, ये technically change करने का जरूरत नहीं है, ये तो ऐसा है, ऐसा है. And then Vallabhacharya said, yeah, perfect, you are right. Oh, I overlooked this. So Vallabhacharya was very grateful to Jiva Goswami, who very humbly pointed out how his spiritual master's original composition was perfect. So Vallabhacharya returned the manuscript to Rupa Goswami, saying that your composition has doesn't need any correction, it is perfect. So Rupa Goswami said, but why? He said, no, I spoke to your disciple, Jiva Goswami, and he explained to me and I understood.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Hare Krishna, we able.
Okay, I think we are almost about to finish with our time, but we can continue tomorrow if other devotees, because it's still 1 hour left for this session to finish. What do the group feel? We've almost exhausted our time. We have 5 more minutes. We can tomorrow also. We don't have a mentor, so can I get your permission to continue tomorrow, or should we continue? There is still 1 more hour left of this session. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, we can continue
Yes,
tomorrow.
Mataji, that's fine, Mataji.
Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. It is the same verse. Don't be feeling that this is not 2.5.38, but Vraj Bihari Prabhu wants to, because at that time when he spoke this session 1 month ago, it was the appearance day and disappearance day of our Guru. So that's why he's putting that. But I think afterwards he'll tell us how to build a relationship with the Lord. So tomorrow we can start dot on 8 o'clock, and then finish the rest of the session. So for today, we can conclude. Pramila Mataji, do you have a small précis of today's session, or should we do the whole session tomorrow? I think we can do a little bit today for today's session, because otherwise it might be too long tomorrow.
Yes.
We have 4 more minutes.
Hare
before we
Krishna
go.
Mataji. Yes, I am totally baffled with all of this. I couldn't really write down everything because it's so new to me, all of it. So I just made a very few notes. So I'm really sorry about this. So some of the main points I wrote was that Srila Prabhupada says in this material world, everyone has a relationship with the Lord, even an insect. And the whole idea of this this course is that, as you say, it's a very special day, and it's how we can revive our relationship by the Lord, with the Lord, by hearing about the devotees. This would motivate us and help us in our devotion to the Lord. So it's about the 6 Goswamis mainly, and their geology, which I really am totally baffled and couldn't really write up some notes about it much. But the main thing is it's very important we get the blessings of the 6 Goswamis. Otherwise, our devotional activities is considered more or less useless. And the Prabhuji, the Swamiji spoke about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he told us about, when he was small, and the story about his crying, and he would only stop when the ladies came to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And one day he was crying, but he didn't stop even in spite of hearing the crying, the chanting, because he knew some special prasad a special feast was being done nearby, and he until he got the prasad from the feast, then he stopped crying. So the Swamiji talked about, Srila Jiva Goswami, and so many different stories he goes to, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and so many different pastimes of Rupa Narayan, who was debating and how he was defeated. He challenged one of the devotees, Jiva Goswami, and who eventually took up the challenge of debating with him and won, but he was told off. And then he went to Mathura repenting that, he had defeated, because it just showed a bit of ego, I guess. So I'm really, really sorry, devotees. I couldn't follow this properly. I'm sorry about this. I don't know if anybody wants to add to it.
Hare Krishna, I think you have summarized properly even the genealogy of the 3 Goswamis is difficult, but 2 of them were brothers and 1 was the nephew. Jiva was the nephew. And also the 3 principles of was Vaishnava Seva, Nama Ruchi, and Jiva Daya. So those 3 are the most important things that we need to remember. This is something very small that I can add. The devotees, is there anything that was missing in Mataji's summary? I think you got most of it. Okay, so I guess there is not a lot that was missing, Mataji. You have summarized very well. So I think we can conclude this session. Arya Govind Prabhu, is it possible for you to conclude this session. And the speaker was Vraj Bihari Prabhuji from ISKCON Chopati. He is a great devotee, and he tries to make concepts very applicable to our lives. And I think by the end of the session, he'll tell us how we can have a relationship with the Lord. In the current session, we are trying to compare everything that we see and that reminds us of the Lord. So the mountains can remind us of the bones of the Lord, the rivers, the blood vessels of the Lord. And then, so similarly, maybe at the end of the session, he will be telling us how we can establish a relationship with the Lord. But let's conclude for today, and then we continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji, for sharing such wonderful lecture. Actually, it was mesmerizing to hear all the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Mahaprabhu, and then Goswamis. Of course, these are the principal Goswamis of our movement. And then Jiva Goswami, of course, is a great philosopher, as we all know. And it's so nice to hear from his mouth that all these descriptions. So I'm looking forward to hear tomorrow more about him. I'm even wanting to complete it today itself. So it was so nice. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing such a wonderful video. I request all the devotees to unmute and then chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once in glorification of His grace, Vraj Bihari Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Kalpatarubhyascha
kripa
kripa sindhu
sindhubhyascha
bhayevcha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai,
His Grace Vraj Bihari Prabhu ki jai.
Jai,
Anant Koti Vaishnava ki jai.
Jai. Hare
On
Krishna.
Eldoret ki jai.
and Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much. Hare Krishna.